Hi guys, 3 more myths to bust. Myth 4, 5 and 6 being antimatter, weightless particles and time dilation. Now the previous 3 myths were pretty much easy because they were all fiction. The previous 3 myths I busted were Higgs particle, gluon and the wormhole, all pure fantasy, very simple to bust. Now this set of myths, these 3 myths, are a bit more complex. But they also have one thing in common, and that is that scientists sometimes get fooled by the results. Now, I love scientists doing all kinds of tricks, and I appreciate the results they publish, but sometimes they start drawing conclusions, and at that point, things go pear-shaped. It's like saying you have an elephant, and then there's this magician, there's this curtain, and then the elephant is obscured, and he opens the curtain again, and then the elephant is gone. And we think, well, guy, the elephant is gone, it disappeared. It must be there must be an anti-elephant or something like that because it disappeared. That's what scientists sometimes do. You know, they may do those tricks, they do those results, but they don't expect it to be a magic trick. They don't expect to be fooled by those results, but sometimes it happens. So antimatter. A very simple thing. Start out, for instance, with a positron and an electron, and say this is 0, this is stationary matter, this is the negative side of existence, this is the positive side of existence. First off, say you have 5 apples, and you deduct 7 apples from that. You get 5 apples minus 7 apples. How much is that? No, not minus 2 apples. A minus apple does not exist. So if 5 apples minus 7 apples makes 0 apples. Negative apple does not exist. Negative apple is surreal, not real, right? We are familiar with mathematics, but that doesn't mean mathematics is always on the positive side of existence. It's not like physics or chemistry, which is more down to earth. Mathematics sometimes can give you negative results or surreal results, which doesn't mean there is indeed a surreal world. So negative objects like antimatter do not exist, but they appear to exist if you have, say, an electron on the positive side of being, and there's another particle right here, and it made it disappear, then that positron must be antimatter. Positron must be anti-electron. It's not necessarily so. An atom is not stationary. An atom spins at the speed of light. This is an outtake of an atom made of a framework, and you get those spinning quarks. You see 3 quarks for each nucleon, color-coded. And this one spins around. This is the proton, and now it's neutron. Now it's one in orbit, hence. So spinning around, very complex movement. Has a core spin and 6 individual spinning nucleons. And those nucleons interact with those gravitons, and that they are in sync. Gravitons, speed of light, spinning nucleons, speed of light. So in fact, they're both right here, the gravitons and the atom. Now if you have an electron going a bit faster and a positron going a bit slower, when they mediate their energy, they end up right here becoming elusive gravitons. This is a graviton interacting with an atom. There's no difference of energy. And this is an electron agitating an atom. And this is the other way around, where an atom surrenders energy to a positron. Positron moves slower, graviton moves at normal pace, electron moves faster. When an electron and a positron mediate their energy, you end up with gravitons, and they are elusive since they are in sync with the atom, meaning no difference in energy. And we need a difference in energy or a difference in impulse to detect an object, right? So this is the only way we detect objects. An object has to be both made out of a substance and it needs the velocity. So that's antimatter. When it comes to the positron and the electron, they don't annihilate each other, they just mediate their energy using the vessel, using the atoms of the vessel as a catalyst to mediate their energy. Very simple. Now the neutrino and the antineutrino is the same thing. A graviton is a ball-shaped spring, and it not only has a forward motion, it also spins. And an antineutrino spins faster, a neutrino spins slower. They can mediate the energy as well, ending up with a normal spinning with a benchmark neutrino, as you will. And that thing is again elusive after mediating the energy. We don't see a difference anymore in spin, hence it's elusive. Same with the graviton, with the electron and the positron, right? Exchanging energy, becoming elusive. That's it. You don't need something outlandish as antimatter. Why resort to something so extraordinary, so strange? It's not, if there's no need for it, don't. You can, this is down to earth, this is much more simple. Now, elusive objects, the same thing, this, the fifth myth, objects that appear not to be there. Say a photon, it appears to be weightless. But a photon has mass, it's made out of two gravitons, it has mass. But it moves at the speed of light, and it also cartwheels. And since it's forward motion, that's one component, it has two components. Forward motion, and second component is its frequency. But the forward motion component is lost, because the photon will dissect, flies through the air, and then it will dissect in the atmosphere of the receiving atom. It will dissect back into its base components, the gravitons, and the forward motion gets lost because it's in sync with this spinning atom. So the spinning nucleons are in sync with the forward motion of that thing. So we don't detect that energy. For energy, you need a delta velocity. You need a delta velocity to detect that energy of that object. So we don't detect the forward motion, we only detect the frequency of that photon. Hence, the frequency compares to the energy a photon has. Very simple. Same with radio waves. A radio wave is that same graviton, and it moves either faster or slower. It rotates faster or slower, or one way or the other way, and which means the carrier itself, the graviton, is elusive. The graviton can hit anything. It can hit your probes, but you won't notice it because it's in sync with the objects. The only thing we see is it's the energy superposed upon the graviton, that spinning motion. That's what we detect when we have a radio receiver. So again, the carrier is elusive. Both the photon and the radio wave, the carrier is elusive. It doesn't mean it is weightless. It's just elusive because it's in sync with the atom. So that's two of them. Third one is time dilation. Time dilation, you have gravity-induced time dilation, and you have velocity-induced time dilation. Velocity-induced time dilation, normally atoms spin at a certain speed when they stand still. Say this is a spaceship made of atoms spinning. This is the ether, the gravitons, and more nicely in sync. When your spaceship accelerates to, say, half speed of light, you get this, which means the atoms spin slower, which means when the atoms spin slower, the currents go slower, the chemical processes go slower, even the cesium decay goes slower, which means the clocks will slow down. And when your spaceship moves at the speed of light, it comes to a full stop. Those clocks will slow down and will even come to a full stop. It doesn't mean the time itself changes. The rate of time remains the same. It's only that the processes slow down because the atoms spin slower. Same thing with gravity-induced time dilation. The deeper we go, the slower the gravitons move, the slower the gravitons move, the slower the clock moves. But there's never been proof of time actually slowing down. Only thing which has been proven is that clocks slow down the deeper we move toward our planet. So, again, time dilation is the third myth. Isn't really there, it's just the clocks slow down because of the slower moving nucleons within the atoms. The nucleons start spinning slower, hence clocks slow down. That's it. Gravity is a simple interaction. You have this forward motion of gravitons, which gets transferred into a vibration of atoms because those gravitons make those nucleons spin, which makes those atoms vibrate, which creates heat waves, infrared radiation, gamma radiation, and so forth. The forward motion of gravitons slows down because the energy gets transferred into gamma radiation and infrared radiation and such things. So slower moving gravitons means you have fast moving gravitons outside, slower the lower you get towards our planet, which means an object accelerates. That's one side effect. Second side effect is the slower the gravitons move, the deeper you go inside our planet, the slower the gravitons move, hence the clock slows down. Time dilation and gravity are both side effects of one simple energy transfer. That's why they are related. That's it. So those myths are out the window. Time dilation actually doesn't happen, only the clock slows down. B, antimatter isn't a very clean solution at all, and weightless objects, no, same cause. So that's it. Please place your comments, and hope to see you next time. Bye.